Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Ready to Love episode 4 of season whatever, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff, okay? You can also remember to like this video. Liking the video helps YouTube know that y'all like it and to share it. So if you like on the way in, while you in here, or on the way out, either way, just hit the little thumbs up, hit the little thumbs up, please, and thank you, okay? Do not forget to also comment in the comment section. You can also share my videos to your social media by hitting the share button. It can share to your Twitter or to your Facebook. Thank you very much, okay? Do not forget to also to relax, okay? To relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you, okay? You can also remember to inhale and exhale because it helps you to do what? To relax, to not punch somebody in the face, and to calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay, do not forget to also follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. It's right there, because it's also in the description box below. This is a premiere video, so I will be in the comment section talking to y'all, okay? A whole live premiere video, because I have not been feeling too good. I've been resting for the past couple of days. I'm okay. I just had to rest a little bit. Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You have to sometimes take a little break, okay? But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into this episode, okay? So we see all other ladies meeting up with Tommy at the little ladies' lounge and everything to, discuss, hey, it's a man going home this week. The power is in y'all hands. So do right by the power invested in you, okay? So dig deeper with them. You must say, ask them some questions, get into their home, see what's going on, see how they live and everything. And that's what the ladies did, okay? So we see the first little date is between Joelle and Vinicia, okay? I think it's pronounced Vinicia, I'm not sure. But they have a whole little breakfast date at Joelle's house that he hitting her with the baby this and baby that or whatever. And the baby was doing a real good look. Him saying, baby, hey baby, that really works. We like it a whole lot and whatnot. So we're gonna let him flow with that. And they seem to like each other to vibe together. And he was like, she feels like Mardi Gras, this and that. I'm like, did she feel all things good in New Orleans or was those bad things? I don't know, because I'm not from New Orleans. I don't know quite. But he made it seem as if he just liked her aura. Okay, and she like, I didn't happen to have some one more time. They flow with each other. They like each other. It was a cute little date. He brings up how he recently lost his wife and how losing his wife changed him. He said, I'm not sure how it changed me yet, but it changed me in different ways, but it did not make me want to stop looking for love. I'm like, well, that's a good thing, but I'm like, I hope it didn't change you for the bad, because I'm like, I needed to figure out how you change. Can't figure that out. Anyway, they both just say how they have a connection with each other, and they just chit chat and keep smiling. She like he got he got kids. He just she got kids too, so they both feel like a nurturing side of the other one can mesh with the children. So it was just a nice little breakfast date. She's beautiful. He's gorgeous. Okay, a match made in heaven. But I really want to see more from them both. I want more from him besides, hey baby. I need more than just the New Orleans accent and a gorgeous face. Like I want just some more to him. And she seems so quiet and reserved. So I also feel like, girl, come out your shell. Like, who are you? So that part, I just want to know a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. Now we then see Alexis is on a date with creepy ass Troy. Troy is creepy. It was a picture of him I had when she walked up, and it made me feel like, oh, it has made my skin crawl. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I'm trying to find it because because I'm looking like, why are you sitting around there? Oh, maybe I didn't. Did I? I think I did. Boom, here you go. Because I was like, why? It's like he's a creepy ass frog looking at you from a pine, and like he just waiting to pounce. Look, I don't like it. He's creepy. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Something he looked like a predator. Like he like the person who wants to trick you into liking them, and then they kidnap you and lock you up in a basement and say, put the lotion on your skin. Is what he reminds me of, Kill Bill. Okay, no Silence of the Lambs, don't bring that here. Okay, so I don't like him. Anyway, they're on a little date because mainly she wants to confront him because she found out that Troy, boom pow pow, has been given the same lines to the other women. We see like on the first day or whatever, or maybe the second day, they were all sitting around talking, and when she brought up, oh yeah, Troy said he want to take me on a birthday trip or whatever. They're like, oh, he told me that too. You really, yeah, you too, you too as well. So again, he's been using the same lines. He also brings up how he has also been given to hold the little kiss on the cheek to everyone. Okay, now him telling her, you look so sexy. It's creepy. He then said, I want to see what she's working with. Not with you. Leave her alone, Troy. Oh God, gets on my damn nerve. Anyway, so he also, as she sits down, however, oh, I feel you so much. You give me butterflies. I'm like, it's like caterpillars. It's crawling on your skin or whatever. But she's like, I have not responded to your call. You've been calling me and texting or whatever. I have not responded because, boom, I found out you've been using the same lines and shit on me and the other women. And the kisses on the cheeks has been with me and the other women. Me? No, I haven't been doing that. No, I'm like this nigga. We watched the video. We saw you. We saw you, bro. I'm like, he ain't shit. Okay, when he denied doing that, and he then denied, and that's not me. That's not me kissing everyone. No, she said you just kissed me on my cheek. That's not. No, are you me? I didn't do. I'm like, we just saw you. The fact that he sat there and bold-faced lied proves to me not only is he not ready for love, he's a fucking psychopath because you just kissed her on her cheek 60 seconds ago. Okay, you just embraced her and kissed her and then made it seem as if she's nuts and she didn't feel you kiss her on the face. I was like, Troy gotta go. Okay, we have to watch him leave the building, lock the doors, and put his picture at the security desk because he may come back and murder us all. He on some bullshit or whatever. I just can't. Now in the confessional, okay, he brings up how, well, none of the women flinched when I kissed them. Okay, they all enjoyed it. I'm like, no, we seen Amber when he kissed her on day one. She then said to him, no, do not kiss me because I just saw you kissing somebody else on the face. So no, don't do that. I'm like, stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger. He is stranger danger. He should not be here. He has to go, people, immediately or whatever. And we do see Alexis ask him who's his number one, and he didn't say shit. Or if he did, we didn't hear it. Get Troy Stranger Danger ass up out of here. Don't want to hear it. Okay. We then see Amber and Chris, who goes on a little date. They went to like a boxing ring to work out and box it out. And she like, I want to, I prefer solo dates because that way it's more one-on-one attention on me or whatever. And Chris brings up, I'm looking for a flame to my, I don't know. I wasn't really listening. They had a cute date. They box out a little bit. I'm going to fight for your love. Ha, 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 ha. And they sit and they chit-chat. I will say we got to know more about each of them in a little bit of a way. She brings up how she was adopted at 5 years old and that she was recently found her biological sister recently, okay? And she's also a DA. Now, we knew she was an attorney. We never knew what kind of attorney. She's a district attorney. That's a lot, okay? She is a DA. Anyway, she brings up how she's not told anyone that because she's like, because you don't want anyone to feel either intimidated by you or like, I can't say shit with her because she got, she's like, I keep it to myself or whatever. Now Chris, like, okay, I get it. Your secret is safe with me, but I also get how you feel with you being adopted at 5 and not knowing your biological siblings growing up because he said, my father had 11 kids by 9 women. I'm like, Future? Was Future your daddy? Or he may be your cousin. I don't know. But anyway, he brings up how he did not meet his siblings. He was like 30 at a family reunion. But again, they have a good little chit chat. So again, I like how they both told the other one about each other to where they were able to chit chat. So we'll see where this goes, okay? Because Chris has a habit of meeting somebody, his job good, and then it goes from sugar to shit. So we then see Stacy and David have a date. No. I felt like this wasn't going to work the minute she said I'm meeting with David, and then David walked in. She cracked a joke about him being old, and I was like, I don't think it's gonna work. Not because of her, but because they just don't seem like they mesh. I didn't need to see anything. I didn't need to hear any conversation. Something about their just energy towards each other did not feel like I like you. It felt like, let me see if I don't like you or not. That's what I got from it, whatever. So as because they were at a Pilates class. He brings up how he know his next step is marriage. That's what he wants, and she brings up how for her, in relationships, trust is a big thing for her. Now, from there, it got kind of weird or whatever. He kind of brings up if she needs a man who needs to show her. I can't. Some kind of way it went into him saying about if you're in a relationship, the person needs the passcode to your social media, to your whatever. Okay, do you need someone who has to have the passwords to your stuff, or you want the passwords to their stuff? And she said, no, for me that's a red flag. I don't want anyone password. I also don't want them to have mine. I think I have my, I deserve some privacy. And I feel two different ways. I get where both of them was coming, and I feel like it is not compatible. Where she feel like you having the passcode to my social media, it's like you read my diary. Where he felt like if we are in a marriage, you should trust me enough because we don't have anything to have. It should not be an issue. So I don't think either of them was right or wrong. They just view things two separate ways. Okay, she don't have to give anyone her passcode. She has the right to her privacy. However, some women don't mind that, and so he deserves a woman who doesn't mind that. But I do feel like they both saw things differently and saw this whole conversation differently too, to where she felt like, okay, he's closed off, he has baggage from all relationships or whatever, and he ain't ready for love or whatnot. And he felt like, okay, she don't get that in a marriage you can be completely open and want to have this openness with your spouse. Again, I don't think either of them was wrong, but I do feel like y'all should just move on from each other and leave that be. Because he said, like, what did he say? He said he feel like when you married, you should not be closed off about things. I'm like, her not wanting to give her husband her passcode to her social media does not mean that she's closed off. It just means that's her choice. She wouldn't marry me who wants that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see an issue with that. I'm like, I ain't nothing to have. So I don't want anyone to feel as if I have a secret and you can't know my passcode because you don't need to know it. Anything, my diary, I would trust my husband wouldn't read. But I don't care if he knows my passcode is 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But again, she said we on two different pages. Y'all are. And just move on. Okay. We then see a double date with AJ, Liz, Jason, and Alex. Not Alex, Alexis. And we see AJ is talking to Liz, where Jason is talking to Alexis or whatever. Jason brings up he wants to be sure, or he wants to see if he can see Alexis as his significant other, or if he would still see her as a parent of one of his kids and whatnot. Because again, her son is still young as far as we know, and he was one of his, basketball coaches or whatever. So he still sees her as just a parent. I told y'all on day one when she told that man, I've liked you since you were my son's coach. And when he did not reciprocate that, I'm like, I don't think he see her in that way. And I feel like him still having to figure out if he can see her in that way, to me means you don't like her like that, because you should need to have it be a difference, because you haven't been his coach in a minute. Like she said, like you ain't no longer, like he's no longer her son's coach. It's not as if he was the coach last week. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as if he don't see her that way. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But again, I'm like, girl, let it go. Anyway, he asked her, what are your thoughts like on like a date or spending time together? And she was like, my love language is spending time. It's not about you buying me things, and I don't need diamonds and pearls and Lexus. I'm like, girl, calm down. She's like, but I just like the time. It's my love language. It's spending time. I'm like, But you told AJ on your day that your love language was touching and feeling, okay? And and touching, feeling. She said my love language was physical touch. I'm like, so that is it physical touch or is it time? Because you can spend time with someone and they not touching all of you. So again, she acts differently with the different dudes basically. She wants AJ to touch her. And I think she just wants time to be spent with Jason. But I don't see them working out because he's still figuring her out. And I'm looking like at this point, you should know if you even want to date her. You should not be still figuring it out because you know her from before. Boom, pow, pow. But she brings up how even though he's sitting far away from her, that he is still in her top. I'm looking like why is he in your top? Is he in your top because you like Troy and Troy is no longer in your top? Because I don't know who else she likes besides Jason and AJ. And I don't think her and AJ will work out either. So I feel as if you hold on to him for no reason, because there's no one else, I don't know. So when Liz and AJ talks up top, um, she asked him what his feelings are. Now they like each other. I'll say they like each other. And she asked him what are his feelings on sex before marriage. And he then what are you is it are you a virgin? Or no, have you ever had sex before? She's like, yes, right now I'm abstinent. And then he said, so you're waiting until marriage? So yeah, I just don't want to have sex with somebody, if it's not special. I want to be sure the person I give my child to is someone I can see myself really marrying and being with. I just don't want to be having frivolous sex with just anyone. And I think that's a great thing to do. However, he don't want to wait. Okay. Even though he said that talking to Liz is very, very comfortable, you can still tell he wants to also have sex with her. He does not want to wait until marriage. I would not want to date someone if we have to wait until marriage to have sex. I want the dick before the wedding because I want to see what it's here for. I want to see what does it do. What doesn't it do? What would I need to help it do before we say I do? Because once you say I do, I don't want to. I don't because of the dick. That's my opinion. But again, I do think it's a healthy conversation to have about when it's time to have sex, or if I do not want to have it at all until marriage. If someone does want to wait till marriage, that is a conversation that needs to be had beforehand. Because if he can't wait, don't date him because he don't want to wait. He gonna cheat. Okay, don't do that or whatever. Now he brings up like what chemistry happens and sometimes sex happens. And I'm like, what? It just means he don't want to wait. Okay, that's what it is. And he feels like I can kind of convince her to stop waiting, and she feel like maybe I can convince him to wait. I was like, girl, look, it's too much dick in the sea to do that because she does tell him how she has been, single for 17 years. I've been in situationships, just not, full-fledged, monogamous, less settled down relationship. So I've been banged out here and there, but again, now I'm to a point where I'm not trying to have sex at all, okay? Unless it's someone I know I'm going there with. I was like, girl, do not try to change this man's mind. Just move on, okay? Don't try to force it. Maybe I can change my mind. No, because someone's vagina may do the same thing, okay? Just leave it be. Leave it be. Okay, we then see Ronald and Christina have a date. They went to play like big old Connect Four, big old Jenga, whatever. It was an empty conversation for me. I feel as if it's a reason we have not seen much of either of them. The first 3 episodes. I think they're boring people, and she's a beautiful girl. I don't like her wig. I think her wig. I hate seeing like little edges. I know it's her edges and not that. And he's from Detroit. I'm like, oh God. Anyway, I feel like they were just saying what they wanted to feel with somebody and how they're ready to love, but it wasn't any kind of in-depth conversation about what they really want. I want to feel like I'm like, well, that ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was a conversation but wasn't shit said. It's just, oh, I think she's cute. I think he's handsome, and I like him. I'm looking like, see, that's that. Let's base his attraction off how we look. Because he looked good. I'm looking like, Okay. It was a boring, empty conversation or whatever. He did bring up how he was in jail when he was 18 years old because he was hanging with the wrong crowd here in Detroit. I mean, like, first of all, that's easy to happen because Detroit was a wild place. Well, it's wild now a little bit. Um, but he didn't say what he went to jail for. Like, would you carjack back in the day? Let me stop. That's a story from a time. I got somebody. I gotta tell because on the next ladies first panel, I have a story time to tell. I'm gonna tell the one about the dudes who was in the cars. Boom. That's what it is. Anyway, thought process. They like each other. Okay, I'll say that, but I'm not sure why they do. So I'm like, I don't care. Anyway, next up we see David has a date with Liz, okay? And they have dinner at his house. And she's so happy to have a one-on-one date with him. He seems to feel the same way. And they both say how they feel a spiritual connection from each other. And they felt that from day one. They were the two who were sitting outside on day one at the mix. They're singing Jesus gospel songs to one another, which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So he brings up how he was raised in the church. He was very, very sheltered. He was not able to date. So when he left for college, he kind of left the church. Not he says he said he left his commitment to God, but he found his way back later on or whatever. He then ended up getting married twice. He brings up how the second time he was married, the girl like left him or whatever. Okay. And this is when Liz brought up that she had been single for 7 years. That was not with AJ. It was with David. She told David she had been single for that long. She brought up the whole that was here not before. Anyway, but again, he said how he felt open enough to talk to her because again, she shared the whole thing about how long she had been single and the situationships. He then brought up how the second marriage was only a year and she left him. So now I don't want anyone to leave me again. And I'm like, I mean, someone might leave you, sir. And if they do, you have to grow balls and be okay. People leave and it hurts bad or whatever, but you keep pushing. Okay, you keep on moving, you keep on ticking, leave it be and whatnot. Okay. Anyway, I was like, girl, he said I want someone to accept me for the frame that I'm in. I'm thinking like, does that mean that you tick tick boom and you have some shit that has to be dealt with? What does that mean exactly? To me, that meant it's something within me that's a red flag, but I want someone to still accept it. And I'm like, I don't like that. And the fact that Liz not pick up on that worries me about her too. Okay, because it's a difference between saying I am who I am and I want to be accepted versus I need someone to accept me in the frame I'm in. What frame are you in, sir? Killer frame? Tick tick boom frame? Bad money frame? Bad debt frame? What is it? Okay, I need to know. Anyway, so Liz, I just want to get to know him more. I'm like, girl, and I got my eye on Liz. So they like each other. I'm like, okay, ignore the red flags all up and through. But again, that's on y'all to ignore the red flags of it all. So we then see all the ladies meet up to discuss who they like and don't like, okay? So Vinicia brings up how much she likes Joel. I like Joel a lot, okay? And saying after I love breakfast or whatever. And she was smiling and said, oh my God, I like him so much or whatever. Cute, cute, cute. Liz brings up how she likes David and how they both are church folks who open up to each other and she likes them now. Amber brings up how she likes Chris and how they flow really well. And again, these are all the people who they wanted to date with. Christina said that she likes Ronald. I'm like, you like Ronald? I'm like, I feel like, because she then said, Ronald snuck up on her and now she likes him. I still don't know why. I feel like we haven't seen any of the other guys express any interest in her. So I feel like what Ronald did. So is Ronald the one who, I guess I gotta go with him because we would have assumed that she would have been a top tier person or whatever. But because, lighter skins, long weave, nice frame. That's usually who they go for. I like this season. That didn't really happen or whatnot. So I'm surprised, to be honest. But again, I feel like her saying that she likes Ronald, the one girl who we haven't heard anything from, like the other guy who we have not heard anything from, because no other girl has like Ronald either. So are y'all teaming up because no one likes y'all? Is that what it is? I think it is. Anyway, Stacy brings up how she does not like David's, based on their conversation. And she said, he wants a woman who will share her banking information, her account information, whatever, her passwords. I'm like, I don't think he said all of that. Again, I felt like they both just saw it on two different spectrums. And I don't think he was like saying that, my woman has to be open to that because I don't trust her. And I do feel like that's how she put it, which made the other woman feel as if, oh, well, that's some bullshit. I don't like that, not at all, or whatever. They bring up how I don't want him trying to hold me accountable for what happened in his past, and it seems as if he put his past baggage into the present, and I don't like that. And I'm like, I didn't feel like that's what he said. I don't. And so I did not like how she kind of put words in his mouth, sort of, kind of. But again, I'm like, whatever. So Leah say how what Stacy said is not mad, but it's not matter to her because again, I like him, and I feel like when you married, it's fine to share information. Again, that was my point. You just find someone who doesn't mind sharing the information. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's not a bad thing if the person thinks that's what they want to do. That's like someone said, well, I can't believe, that you and your husband use condoms and y'all don't. I'm like, who fuck with condoms? Well, I guess they fuck with condoms. You do what's right for your relationship, okay? Not somebody else's. Anyway, so Vinicia brings up how she does not like AJ and Troy. Because Troy was offering everyone birthday trips. I'm like, he was. Everyone got a birthday trip. Kira said she does not like David. Liz said she does not like Troy because he was kissing on people, kissing on everyone. Everyone. Alexis also says Troy, that he's out here playing these games. So we know the bottom two are Troy and David. So we then see that Amber and Stacy meet up with David and Troy. And I was like, bitch, if y'all send David home over some bullshit from Stacy, I'm gonna be pissed because this motherfucker right here needs to go home. Okay. So Stacy is talking to Troy, and Troy, because the men sometimes think, which I think is weird, but the men was like, okay, this is a good date or whatever. So Troy said how he would love to get to know Stacy because he has not got to know her much just yet. So I would love to get to know her on a more intimate level. I'm like, oh God. Anyway, she tells him how, so you out here being a player, right? With all the ladies, like all the girls, and how you out here saying the same thing to them and blah blah. You recycling shit, and we know what's up with the bullshit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe why would you do that? You know what? That wasn't me. It wasn't really me, but you know what I'm saying? I did wake up and I said, who is that? Who? Why was that? Who? You were not being yourself, Troy. Why? And I'm like, really, Troy? If you are saying you did not do that, then how did you wake up asking yourself questions? Not only that, on what day did you ask yourself why you did shit? Because you've been doing it every time you have met up with these women. It's the same thing. So is it every day you wake up and say that? Let me know. Anyway, she brings up how we just feel like, you know what I'm saying, you are out here being a cat daddy and on some bullshit getting on our nerves. Blah, 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 blah. Now, Amber and David meeting up or whatever, and she brings up how the ladies feel as if you are carrying baggage from your past because you want to have people's past goals and stuff. He was like, you know what? That came from a specific date with a specific woman. I can take what actually happened. Okay, I said in marriage there should be transparency and no privacy when it comes to your spouse having your password, because for me, I had nothing to hide. Now, when he said it that way, Amber told him, okay, well, that's not how she took it. So that's what happened. You may have meant something in one way and said it one way, but she took it a different way. Like I said, they both have two different outlooks and perspectives on what privacy is to them. Some men and women have no issue sharing passcodes. My mom and my dad, before he passed away, had each other's passcode. It was not an issue. Okay. Now, when he passed away, she had never had to use it in so long we forgot what it was. But again, it wasn't as if my dad had a passcode that, my mom didn't know, or vice versa. So again, I know plenty of people who, me too, you know what I'm saying? It's not an issue for me. at all. And if you have to have a pass on your phone and I can't have it, I would wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Like for what? Is it a secret? What you had? But that's not because of my past. I would just wonder, like, what's the big deal? What's the issue? And that's when you are in a committed marriage. If you dating, that's different. Okay. When you're in a committed relationship, there should not be a thing where it's, oh, why you need my password? It's like, why you care if I have it? Anyway, so she said, well, we think that you are not open-minded or whatever, or open-hearted, and you're bringing stuff to the present. I'm like, we don't care. At this point in time, we found out what Troy went home. He went home because he's on some bullshit. Troy went home. Troy went home. I'm happy he went home. I'm happy he went home. And when she told him, going forward, you need to make sure that you are not out here asking all the women the same thing and kissing everybody. Okay, I'll try. I'll see if I can do that. Troy is probably still single to this day. And I don't think the show's going to help him get any dates at all. David, on the other hand, is still here to see how further things can go. I do think he and Liz will probably continue to get to know each other. I do think what Stacy said will bring some issues up later, but I'm going to leave that be. Anyway, that was the whole episode of Raise Love. Do not forget to do what? To like this video and stuff, okay? And I will talk to y'all later. Like the video, comment in the comment section, and yeah, gotta go. Peace.